Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now. If you've been following the NFL closely over the past few weeks, you've probably heard the buzz about a potential blockbuster trade involving none other than Mike Evans, the big-time receiver from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, heading to the Bills. And let me tell you, folks, this isn't just some rumor. It's shaping up to be one of the most impactful moves this offseason, especially for Buffalo's offense. The word is that the Bucs are open to trading Evans in exchange for a mid-round pick, specifically a third-rounder in the 2026 draft, and a hefty $25 million in cap relief. This kind of deal could be a game-changer for Buffalo, especially considering how much they're looking to bolster their wide receiver core with a veteran presence who can really make a difference in the red zone. So, what makes Mike Evans such a hot commodity right now? Well, for starters, he's a true red zone weapon. At 6'5", Evans has built a reputation as one of the most reliable big targets in the league. Over his career, he's racked up 762 receptions for 680 yards and 94 touchdowns. The guy's a matchup nightmare for defenses, especially in tight coverage, and his ability to make contested catches is second to none. PFF has him graded at an impressive 97, which speaks volumes about his consistency and game-changing ability. Even in 2025, he's posted solid numbers: 11 games, 65 receptions on 102 targets for 852 yards, averaging 13.1 yards per catch and scoring 8 touchdowns. His yards after catch, YAC, is a solid 4.9 yards per reception, and if he stays healthy, he's still a top-tier red zone threat. But it's not just about stats. The Buccaneers are in a bit of a transitional phase. They've been a playoff team in recent years, but with Baker Mayfield now leading the offense and some inconsistency creeping into their game, Tampa Bay seems ready to shake things up. Rumors are swirling that they're prioritizing a rebuild, especially on the offensive line, which has struggled with sacks, 29 so far in 2025, and cap space is tight. The Bucs are likely looking to free up cap room to develop young talent, especially on the defensive front with their focus on edge rushers, and trading Evans could be part of that plan. Tampa Bay currently averages around 25.1 points per game but concedes 21.8, so they're still competitive, but they're clearly looking to retool for the future. On the other hand, the Bills see this as an incredible opportunity to elevate their offense. Buffalo's offensive production has been pretty solid, averaging 19.4 points per game defensively, but their wide receivers have been somewhat inconsistent, with just around 600 yards total from the position group this season. Adding a veteran like Evans would immediately change that dynamic, especially in the red zone. Imagine Evans lining up against linebackers and safeties. His size, hands, and route-running ability make him a perfect fit to extend drives and convert in critical moments. His addition could push the Bills' red zone scoring percentage up to 75%, a massive boost. Plus, his presence would increase EPA expected points added per pass internally by around 21%, making their offense even more explosive. Looking ahead, the impact of adding Evans could be felt across multiple facets of Buffalo's attack. Their points per game could climb from 28.4 to around 32, and their third down conversion rate could jump from 41% to 48%. That's a huge difference when you're trying to sustain drives against the best defenses in the league. His yards after catch, projected to increase by about 5.3 yards per reception, would make him a dangerous weapon on shorter, contested throws, similar to what the Saints experienced with Michael Thomas back in 2025, who boosted their aerial attack by roughly 190 yards per game in the middle of the field. This move would also have a ripple effect on Buffalo's overall offensive efficiency. It would help them reduce sacks, currently totaling 20, by providing a reliable outlet for quick throws and screens. The addition of Evans would be akin to what Antonio Brown brought to the Steelers in the 2010s, an unmatched separator in the red zone and a clutch performer when it counts the most. His blocking on screens and draws would see a marked improvement, with a projected 13% increase in success rate on those plays, opening up more running lanes and improving the overall rushing yards per game, which could see a jump from 130 to around 155 yards. That's a significant upgrade, especially as the Bills look to diversify their attack. Defensively, having a more potent offense means more sustained drives, which leads to better ball control and increased possessions. Buffalo's defense would gain about 15% more possession time, and their efficiency would improve by around 13%. This translates into less pressure on their defense, giving them more opportunities to rest and make game-changing plays. Now, let's talk about the playoff picture. With Evans in the fold, the Bills' Super Bowl odds could shift dramatically, from plus 900 in some betting markets to as low as plus 300. That's a massive jump, reflecting how much his presence could elevate their chances. Similarly, in the AFC, where they're already considered contenders, their odds could move from plus 450 to plus 150, making them one of the clear favorites to go all the way. And if they're looking for that extra X factor to push them over the top, betting on their playoff win probability versus teams like the Jets, who rely heavily on man coverage, could see a boost of around 20%. Evans' ability to win those contested catches against tight coverage would be invaluable in high-stakes playoff games. Of course, no move is without its risks. But for the Bills, this is a calculated gamble that aligns perfectly with their current trajectory. They're building a balanced attack that combines a strong running game, a versatile passing attack, and a defense that's improving every week. Adding a player of Evans' caliber not only bolsters their offense, but also sends a message to the rest of the league that Buffalo is serious about contending again, not just this year, but for years to come. In terms of legacy, Evans would anchor a new era of Bills' offense, echoing the kind of legendary trades and signings that have defined franchise history, like Fitzgerald staying loyal and making iconic fades for multiple rings in Buffalo. The Bills are clearly looking to cement their status as a perennial powerhouse, and this move could be the catalyst for that sustained success. The combination of Evans' reliable hands, size, and ability to perform in clutch moments makes him a perfect fit in Buffalo's system. Imagine him and Kincaid working together, creating mismatches that defenses just can't handle, while the running game benefits from the extra space created by defenses stacking the box to stop the pass. This trade isn't just about adding a talented receiver. It's about transforming the entire offense and setting up the Bills for a deep playoff run this season and beyond. With the Bills' focus on reducing sacks, projected to go down to around 20, adding Evans also complements their offensive line improvements. The synergy between a dynamic quarterback, a reliable veteran receiver, and a solid offensive line could see Buffalo reaching new heights. This reminds me of the Steelers' success in the 2010s with Antonio Brown, the way he elevated their passing game and created opportunities for everyone else. Buffalo fans, get ready, because this move could be the one that pushes your team into the Super Bowl conversation, solidifying their place among the league's elite. And remember, the Bills' defense is also on the rise, gaining about 13% in efficiency, which means a more balanced team overall. The potential for a championship run is real, especially when you consider how Evans' addition could tilt the scales in crucial moments, on third downs in the red zone and in late-game situations. The Bills are already a top-2 offense, but with Evans, they could see their touchdowns jump by 12 or more, making their attack even more lethal. It's about combining talent, strategy, and a little bit of that Buffalo grit to chase that elusive Super Bowl ring once again. As we look toward the future, the AFC landscape is shifting, and Buffalo is positioning itself at the forefront. With odds improving significantly, fans should start dreaming big. This isn't just about one player. It's about a statement that Buffalo is here to stay and to compete at the highest level. The Bills' front office is clearly making aggressive moves, and this potential trade for Mike Evans exemplifies their commitment to winning now while building for the long haul. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. Do you believe Evans can be the missing piece that finally gets Buffalo over the hump and back to the Super Bowl? Or do you think there are other needs that should be prioritized? Either way, this is an exciting time for Bills fans everywhere, and I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned, keep supporting your team, and let's keep this passion alive. The Bills are on the rise, and with moves like this, the sky's the limit. Let's go, Buffalo.